I wanted to record a very emotional video, a very personal video, because a lot of my students, they say things, and they talk, my dog, they talk like they're dead, and I find it really absurd. They come into my lessons, and they're having a bad day, and they say things like, oh man, I always wanted to be, they talk like they're dead, I always wanted to be, I always wanted to have a coffee shop, or I always wanted to, you know, some dream that they had. But now I am And I always say with one thing, you're not dead. I tell them to take their thing and just bite their arm. And I say, do you feel that? Can you feel? Try it now, try it now. Take your arm and bite it. Can you feel it? If you can, you're still alive. And that's a fantastic feeling. It means that any moment now, you can change your life forever. You can do something new. I always tell people, live like you're going to die. Because you will. But just not yet, I hope. During this video, I hope not. And after this video, I hope you live a long, long and happy life. You see, the problem is we live in a meritocratic world where the main question that people ask is, what do you do? What do you do? The answer that you give is what the rest of the conversation is based on. Because, for example, meritocracy means that those at the top deserve to be there because they fought for that. But life isn't fair. Life isn't always equal. People aren't born with the same opportunity. Some people are born lucky. Some people are born with parents that have money, and some people are not. Some people fight for it. And the people that get there, that's fantastic. But what happens if you have bad luck? If you don't get there? In a meritocracy, we don't believe in luck, but luck exists. Sometimes things just happen. People at the top don't always deserve to be there. But people at the bottom really don't always deserve to be there as well. Remember that. Because the system that we live in, we define people by what they do. Oh, you're a doctor, that's fantastic. I'm going to keep continuing my conversation because you're a fantastic member of this society. You're a lawyer, that's great. Oh, you want to run a coffee shop? My God. The hardest job in this world has to be being a mother. That's my honest opinion, but the financial reward, well, that's not there, is it? You know, people don't pay mothers to be mothers. Yeah, you can say the reward of the child's smile is enough, but come on, guys, let's be real. If somebody goes into a bar and says, I'm a doctor, and another person says, oh, I'm a mother, I'm a full-time mother, people are going to go, oh, fantastic. What kind of medicine do you practice? What an unfair world. Think about that the next time you meet someone. And don't judge yourself based on a job title. Don't choose your life based on a job title. Choose your life based on something you can, will, and can achieve, that you can get there. The system of work is strange. If you work for money, then you're crazy. But if you are a doctor and you love being a doctor because you want to help people, that's a fantastic profession. If you're a doctor for money, it's crazy. Should I tell you why? Because money isn't real. Money's not real. It's not a real concept. Many, many years ago, how did work start? How did work start? Okay, you had somebody with gold and somebody without gold. And the somebody with gold said to the person, oh, can you do that for me? And the person said, no, why? Well, if you do that, I'll give you this piece of gold. That's how work was created. You do this for this. Okay. It's a work-based system. That makes sense. Okay, gold has value. Why does gold have value? I have no idea. I have no fucking idea why gold exists. Why? Gold is valuable and I don't know, rock isn't. Maybe there's more of it, maybe there's less of it. Okay, but why was the entire system based on gold? So then at one point they realized it was dangerous to carry gold. So what did they do? They issued pieces of paper that said, I owe you this much gold, this can be claimed. That made sense because everything was based on the gold standard. Everything was based on gold in paper. At one time, the American government did not allow more money to exist than they had gold in the banks. That made sense. Then they changed it. Then paper stopped being attached to gold. So now we have this paper. You're working for paper. You're working for numbers. Numbers that kind of go up and down, and people kill themselves based on these numbers going up and down. And one minute you have this many numbers, and the next minute you don't have any numbers, and you kill yourself because you have no numbers and you want more numbers. Call money numbers. Then it sounds absurd. You're working for numbers, guys. And you're judging your whole life based on numbers, and you're suffering for numbers. If you love what you do, keep doing it. If you don't, do something else. I just wanted to record this video because all of the numbers that you have in your bank account don't exist. It doesn't exist. If everybody tomorrow goes to the bank and pulls out all the money that they have in the banks won't be able to cater for it because the banks don't have enough money to cater for the numbers that they give you in your account. And that's the truth. I just wanted to record this video because it makes me very, very sad when people that I care about get sad because they're suffering for their job, because they're too embroiled in a system. They're too embroiled in this kind of, this world that tells them if you've got a lot of numbers and your job gives you a lot of numbers, then you're a success. But if you don't get any numbers, or you don't have any numbers, life's bad. So why don't mums get paid? Ciao.